Hi guys, today we are discussing a bovine viral disease, that is infectious bovine rhinotracheitis. Highly contagious infectious viral disease of cattle and buffaloes that affect many systems. Very important is it is affecting many systems. It affects younger as well as older cattle. The synonyms are red nose, infectious pustular vulvovaginitis, that is IPVV, infectious ballonopostitis in males, infectious keratoconjunctivitis in both male and female, coital vesicular exanthema, vesicular venereal disease, vesicular vaginitis. That's actually the vesicular vaginitis is in male, sorry, in female. So the introductory part. First reported in Colorado, USA, also reported in India. Actually, it is caused by a herpes virus. So we move to the etiology. Herpes viridae, bovine herpes virus 1. It has got many strains. Actually, the strain is causing a different type of manifestation. That is, BHV 1.1 will be causing mainly respiratory form of the disease. BHV 1.2 will be forming the genital lesions. BHV 1.3 will be forming the encephalitic lesions. Now, the susceptible host of cattle of all age will be affected. Besides cattle, goat, swine, and water buffalo has also got the infection in some parts of the nation. Transmission actually nasal exudate from the red-nosed animals and genital secretions in case of reproductive form, semen, fetal fluids and tissues, etc. Aerosol route has also been tracked. Venereal transmission is found in genital disease. IBRT virus survives up to 1 year in frozen semen. That is the main problem in artificial insemination. So the predisposing factors, many predisposing factors are present, which may lead to the activation of IBR virus. That is parasitic infections, that is Dictyobolus lungworms, nutritional deficiency, transportation stress, parturition stress, etc. Incubation period is 5 to 7 days normally. So the pathogenesis. Virus enters through the respiratory tract, multiplies in nasal cell cavity and upper respiratory tract, resulting in rhinitis, laryngitis, tracheitis. In the name itself, we can say that infectious bovine rhinotracheitis. That means it is producing complex rhinitis and tracheitis and laryngitis. So, since it is producing a different type of laryngitis, the bellowing sound will be different. Like there will be an abnormality in the bellowing of the cattle. Deciliation has an adverse effect on respiratory defense mechanism, so any chance of bronchopneumonia by secondary bacterial infection can be present. Then virus spreads through the trigeminal nerve to the brain, resulting in non-suppurative encephalitis that may lead to even circling. Localization of the virus in various tissues result in systemic lesions. They can produce many lesions in the body since they are localizing in many tissues. Clinical signs: young cattle are more susceptible because of the less developed immune system is a main positive agent. Ulcers in vagina, vulva, orchitis, abortion, rhinitis, sorry for the spelling, rhinitis, running nose, tracheitis, and bellowing problems due to laryngeal infections. So we move to the first form, that is respiratory form. Actually, rhinitis, laryngitis, and tracheitis is mainly present in the respiratory form and will be more manifested in the respiratory form. Red nose in calves, that is the main feature. Nasal discharge with serous, mucus, and then they will be turning mucopurulent as the disease prolongs. Death is due to asphyxia. And since the frothy fluid and the nasal discharge is present, whenever they are inhaling, this exudate may move to the bronchi and this can create aspiration pneumonia. The nostrils will be dilated, there will be mouth breathing, lacrimation. Secondary bacterial infection with Pasteurella and Anemia is a common factor here. And in the respiratory form, the latency occurs due to settlement of virus in the trigeminal nerve. Actually, these are the lesions. This is the nasal exudate coming. This is the red nose. This is frothy fluid coming from the mouth and red nose. These are the nasal mucopurulent discharge. frothy fluid and nasal discharge. See the severe hemorrhagic tracheitis. See blood spots on the trachea. Now the second, the neonatal or encephalitic form. Here we can see non-suppurative encephalitis. No respiratory involvement will be present. Lymphomonocytic leptomeningitis is the main feature of this. We have to study the term lymphomonocytic leptomeningitis. Ataxia, convulsion, and frothy mouth will be found. Acidophilic intranuclear inclusion bodies in the brain cells will be diagnosis useful. The genital form, which is more important form in the IBR, it's also called as infectious pustular vulvovaginitis, since the disease is infectious and the main causing is pustules are present in the vulva and vagina. Now, infectious balanoposthitis, that is infectious balanitis and infectious posthitis, a complex balanoposthitis. Now, why it is due to coitus is the main problem. If the male or the female is having the genital form of the disease and they are going to copulate with the healthy animal, so they will be introducing the virus into the vaginal atmosphere, so they will be producing many venereal problems and the vesicular vaginitis is the main lesion. Now, whenever there are virus in the genital form, they will be settling in the sciatic nerve which is near to the genital area. Petechia and erosion in the vulva and vagina. Erosive ulcers in prepuce and penis. Spread through AI and also by copulation. So you can see many blood spots and many ulcers are present in the pustules. These are small pustules. This is intranuclear inclusion body. These are the intranuclear inclusion body inside the epithelium of vagina. See, there are many inclusion bodies. Now the abortion form. Abortion can happen at any stage, but mostly during the third trimester abortion. Advanced post-mortem autolysis of fetus will be occurring, and after death, 24 to 36 hours after the death, fetus will be expelled by the mother. Intranuclear inclusion bodies in the fetal epithelial membrane will be also present. These are the aborted fetus. So the diagnosis, as usual, tentative swabs from the nasal mucosa, pharynx, tonsils, etc. Prevention and control. So proper vaccination, check the titer value of antibody, proper hygiene measures, quarantine the suspected ones. So these are the vaccines used. Facts, at a time, only one form is exhibited because different strains is causing different infection. So at a time, they won't be superimposing. Now, latency due to settlement in the virus is actually due to respiratory form, trigeminal nerve, and reproductive form, mostly in sciatic nerve. Exudate aspiration, that is the main cause of aspiration pneumonia, and secondary bacterial infection is the main cause of bronchopneumonia. Thank you.